Hello and welcome to this UK film review of short film Blossom. It's a Greek short film, 8 minutes long, directed by Achilles Tsoutsis, who co-wrote the film with Alexandros. Moustas, apologies for any mispronunciation of names. That is one of my biggest problems. But Blossom, short film that centers around two characters. We have Michael, played by Vasilis Prekas. And Michael lives kind of like a humdrum lifestyle. He works in an office. It's fine. He doesn't seem to sort of have much passion for it, but it's sort of his everyday, I guess. But then he attends this play, goes to the theatre, and there he seems quite sort of immersed in the world. The we don't really see much of the play, but we just kind of get a little gist that it happened. And then after the play, he's in the bar and he has a chance encounter with one of the actresses from the play called Elle, and Elle is played by Zoe Theodoropoulou. And the encounter basically sparks first off a connection between two characters. So Michael and Elle feel kind of connected, and there's a sort of chemistry there, I guess. But he overhears her on the phone. She's talking about a problem that she's had with her contract, something to do with the play maybe. And he's a lawyer, so that's his actual job. He's a lawyer, and he offers to help her. And we then cut to this scene where they're kind of sort of far away from the city, and the city's as a backdrop. It's a beautiful backdrop. It's a really great location to have this particular scene play out. And he's helping her, and then after that, he reveals to her that his passion would be to be a director. He wants to be a film director, and I think seeing her do what she does and what she loves has kind of ignited a motivation within him. Inspired him to maybe follow his own dream. And they talk about how that's sort of maybe difficult, and Elle talks about how she has to work in a cafe in order to support her dream. That's just the way it is. And there's this really nice moment where she talks about, that if you dig it, then get on the dance floor and dance, sort of thing. I think that's the kind of point of the film, really. The other real point of the film, I think, is this combination of theatre and film, and how it is a very happy relationship. Like, there's so much between the two they have in common. There's so many amazing actors and directors and things across the board that have got a foot in both camps, have come up through one and moved into the other. And then the film was actually dedicated to a filmmaker called Michael Kakouyanis, who died sort of about 10 years ago or so, who the filmmakers have said was a champion of that, talking about theatre and film. So there's those two aspects to this film which people are going to connect with. You're either going to connect from a sense of it being inspired to follow your dream, and that's always a good theme to put in any kind of movie, or you might connect with this combination of theatre and film crossing over, because what we see is Michael make his film, he puts in that time, and Elle actually becomes part of that. And that's a really great thing to have. It's powerful. It's you connect with the characters as well. Sometimes when we see films that are especially 8 minutes long, it's not masses of time to really connect and understand where they've come from, who they are, what they're doing, and where the conflict is and where they're going. But with this, it happens pretty naturally and organically, and you understand where Michael's at in his life pretty quickly, and we understand how this chance encounter is like the spark that he needs to maybe pursue his dream and actually do that. Really strong filmmaking. It had a nice kind of warmth, but also an energy to it. There was an energy, I think, because of the two main characters, and that really immersed you quickly. And that's so essential in any kind of short film, is you need to feel almost buried within the story quickly, because otherwise you're kind of just skimming the surface and not actually engaging with it that much. But with Blossom, I very much quickly was into it. And I actually thought the director, Achilles Tsoutsis, was really great at using a few different techniques to do that, such as like montage. There's a scene where Michael's writing his screenplay, and we're seeing this sort of montage of him coming back, and it's quite nice that he changes clothes, he's in different things, he's having a drink and things like that, just to show that in order to do that, in order to chase his dream, in order to actually to dance, as Elle would have put it, he needs to put in the effort. He needs to make that conscious decision to it become his like priority, to say, okay, well, yeah, I am going to do this, but it's going to take energy. It's going to take that. And I think that montage did that really well, because that could have gone on for a long time. That could have been, loads and loads of scenes of him, attending workshops or whatever, but actually just showing him quite quickly doing that montage of writing his screenplay over time gave us a lot of what happened. So yeah, I think the filmmaking was really good. There were some strong elements like that, and it's the sort of film that you're either going to enjoy it from that aspect or from the chemistry. But yeah, I think if I was going to give criticism, if I was going to say what would I say to the filmmakers in order to improve, it would be to maybe sort of just give more, which is always a good feedback for any short film, which is, it was 8 minutes, but it could easily have been longer, could easily have been even a feature. There's a lot there that you could have unpicked, but as it is, it also really works, and that's a really good sign as well, that if as a short film, it's nice and compact, it's not baggy, there's no like unnecessary scenes, and the locations are kept pretty clever, like they use them well. There's not like, oh, okay, well, now we're over here. Oh, who's this person they're bringing in? Oh, okay, now we're meeting his brother who sells cars or something like that. It's like, no, none of that. It's quite trim. It's got what it needs, all the elements that's there. And I think that's kind of indicative of the combination of theatre and film at the same time, because theatre is very much like that. You don't throw in extras for no reason. You don't have, the characters need to have a point to be there, and that's very much the case with Blossom. So yeah, recommend it. Check it out if you can find it. I'll do my best to tell people where it is if I can, and if not, just get in touch via the UK Film Review website, and we'll happily direct you.